Have you ever wondered if one simple habit, taking a walk before breakfast, could make a real difference after the age of 50? Perhaps you've heard friends say that walking on an empty stomach melts belly fat faster. Maybe you've seen videos claiming it transforms your metabolism overnight. But what is actually true? Is there real science behind it, or is it just another health myth that sounds too good to be true? Today we're exploring what really happens inside your body when you walk on an empty stomach after 50. Some of the answers may surprise you because the truth is more interesting and more practical than many headlines suggest. Imagine two neighbors. Both are in their early 60s. Both want to feel healthier, lose a little weight around the waist, and have more energy throughout the day. One spends hours searching for miracle diets and expensive supplements. The other simply starts waking up 30 minutes earlier to enjoy a gentle morning walk before breakfast. 3 months later, both have learned something important. The morning walk wasn't magic, but it became the foundation for healthier habits that changed much more than just their waistlines. Why does this matter so much after 50? Because this stage of life brings natural changes. Muscle mass gradually decreases if we don't actively maintain it. Our metabolism often slows compared to our younger years. Hormonal changes can make it easier to gain fat around the abdomen. Blood sugar regulation may become less efficient, and many people notice they don't recover from unhealthy habits as easily as they once did. The encouraging news is that the body remains remarkably adaptable. Even after 50, small, consistent lifestyle changes can improve fitness, support heart health, help manage weight, and boost overall well-being. Let's begin with what happens the moment you wake up. After sleeping through the night, your body has gone several hours without food. During this fasting period, insulin levels naturally decline. Your liver continues releasing glucose to keep your brain and other vital organs functioning. When you begin walking before breakfast, your muscles need energy. Since insulin is relatively low, your body may rely on a combination of stored carbohydrates and fat to fuel that activity. This is where many misunderstandings begin. People often hear the phrase burning more fat during fasted exercise and assume it automatically means they'll lose more body fat over time. The reality is more nuanced. During a fasted walk, your body may indeed use a higher proportion of fat as fuel compared with walking after eating. But long-term fat loss depends on your overall energy balance, nutrition, activity level, sleep, and consistency, not just whether you exercise before breakfast. That doesn't mean fasted walking has no value. It simply means its benefits extend beyond a single claim about belly fat. For many adults over 50, a quiet morning walk creates a healthy routine that encourages movement before the distractions of the day begin. People who consistently complete morning exercise often find it easier to stay active throughout the week. There is another fascinating benefit. Walking is one of the most accessible forms of physical activity available. Unlike high-impact workouts, walking places relatively gentle stress on the joints while still challenging the heart, lungs, muscles, and circulation. For many people with mild knee discomfort or those returning to exercise after years of inactivity, walking is an ideal starting point. As your heart beats a little faster, oxygen-rich blood circulates more efficiently throughout your body. Your muscles contract rhythmically, helping improve circulation. Your breathing deepens naturally. These seemingly simple changes support cardiovascular health over time. But perhaps the biggest transformation isn't happening around your waist. It's happening inside your brain. Many people notice that a peaceful morning walk clears mental fog. Research suggests regular physical activity supports brain health by improving blood flow and stimulating the release of chemicals associated with mood and cognitive function. While no single walk can prevent memory problems, making movement part of your daily routine may contribute to maintaining brain health as you age. Think about how different your mornings feel after spending 20 minutes outside instead of immediately reaching for your phone. Fresh air, gentle sunlight, the sound of birds. Your thoughts become clearer. Stress feels more manageable. That's not your imagination. Physical activity encourages the release of endorphins and other brain chemicals linked with improved mood. At the same time, exposure to morning daylight helps reinforce your body's natural sleep-wake cycle, which can improve nighttime sleep for many people. Better sleep often leads to better food choices, more energy, and improved motivation the following day. One healthy habit begins supporting another. Now let's address the question almost everyone asks. Does walking on an empty stomach specifically target belly fat? Unfortunately, no exercise can selectively burn fat from one area of the body. This concept, known as spot reduction, has been studied repeatedly, and the evidence consistently shows that when we lose body fat, we lose it from the body as a whole, according to genetics, hormones, age, and individual biology. Belly fat can decrease over time through sustained healthy habits, but no single exercise, food, or timing trick can instruct the body to remove fat from only the abdomen. That said, regular walking absolutely has a place in a plan to reduce excess body fat. It helps increase daily energy expenditure, supports cardiovascular fitness, and can make it easier to maintain a healthy weight when paired with balanced eating. There's another important point that many people overlook after 50. Maintaining muscle is just as important as losing fat. If weight loss comes mainly from muscle instead of fat, metabolism may decline further, making long-term weight management more difficult. That's why experts often recommend combining walking with resistance exercises and eating enough protein throughout the day. Imagine your muscles as engines. The more healthy muscle you preserve, the more efficiently your body performs everyday tasks, from climbing stairs to carrying groceries. Walking keeps those engines active, but strength training helps maintain and build them. Now consider another common situation. Some people wake up feeling energetic and comfortable walking before breakfast. Others feel lightheaded, shaky, or unusually tired. Both experiences are possible because every individual responds differently to exercising in a fasted state. If you have diabetes, take medications that affect blood sugar, or have certain medical conditions, fasted exercise may not be appropriate without guidance from your healthcare professional. Listening to your body's signals is always more important than following trends on social media. The goal isn't to force yourself into discomfort. The goal is to find a sustainable habit that you can enjoy for months and years. Consistency almost always beats intensity. Walking 25 or 30 minutes most mornings for an entire year is likely to provide far greater health benefits than attempting exhausting workouts for only a week before giving up. There's something powerful about habits that feel manageable. Instead of asking, "How can I burn the most fat today?" Perhaps a better question is, "What healthy routine can I still be doing 1 year from now?" That simple shift in thinking often changes everything, because lasting health isn't built by dramatic efforts. It's built by ordinary actions repeated consistently. And that's exactly why so many doctors, physical therapists, and exercise specialists continue recommending walking as one of the safest and most effective forms of daily movement for older adults. As we continue, we're going to uncover what happens to your blood sugar, metabolism, appetite, hormones, and energy levels during fasted walking, and discuss common mistakes that may actually slow your progress after 50, even if you're walking every single morning. The next thing many people notice after they begin walking before breakfast is that their relationship with food starts to change. This doesn't happen because walking magically suppresses hunger forever. Instead, regular movement can influence the hormones involved in appetite and help people become more aware of the difference between true physical hunger and eating out of habit or boredom. Picture Margaret, who is 58. For years, her mornings began with coffee and scrolling through her phone. Before she realized it, she had already eaten pastries or sugary snacks because they were convenient, not because she was truly hungry. When she replaced 25 minutes of screen time with a gentle morning walk, something unexpected happened. She returned home feeling refreshed rather than rushed. Instead of grabbing the first thing she saw in the kitchen, she prepared a balanced breakfast with protein, whole grains, and fruit. The walk itself didn't force healthier choices, but it created a pause between waking up and eating. That pause helped her become more intentional. This is one reason morning routines matter so much. Healthy habits often come in groups. Someone who walks regularly may also begin drinking more water, sleeping better, cooking at home more often, and spending less time sitting. These combined changes can have a much greater impact than any single habit alone. Let's talk about blood sugar because this becomes increasingly important after the age of 50. As we grow older, the body's ability to regulate blood glucose can change. Some people develop insulin resistance, meaning their cells don't respond to insulin as efficiently as they once did. This can make it easier for blood sugar levels to remain elevated after meals. Regular physical activity helps because contracting muscles use glucose for energy. Walking encourages muscles to take up glucose from the bloodstream, which supports healthier blood sugar control over time. That's one reason healthcare professionals often recommend daily walking as part of an overall healthy lifestyle. However, it's important to separate realistic expectations from exaggerated promises. One morning walk isn't a cure for high blood sugar or diabetes. It's one piece of a much larger picture that includes nutrition, sleep, stress management, medications when prescribed, and ongoing medical care. Another topic that receives a lot of attention is metabolism. Many people say, "My metabolism stopped working after 50." In reality, metabolism doesn't suddenly switch off, it changes gradually. Several factors contribute, including reduced muscle mass, lower overall physical activity, hormonal changes, and lifestyle patterns. Walking doesn't dramatically boost metabolism for days at a time, but it does increase the amount of energy your body uses while you're moving. More importantly, regular walking helps preserve your ability to stay active throughout the day. Someone who walks every morning often feels more energetic and is less likely to spend the rest of the day completely sedentary. That extra movement matters. Scientists sometimes refer to the calories burned through everyday activities outside of formal exercise as non-exercise activity. Things like standing, gardening, shopping, cleaning, climbing stairs, and playing with grandchildren all contribute to daily energy use. Morning walks often encourage people to stay more active throughout the rest of the day, creating a positive cycle. Now let's address another myth. Some believe that the harder you walk on an empty stomach, the better the results. But that's not necessarily true. A comfortable, brisk pace is usually enough for most adults seeking general health benefits. If you push yourself too hard without eating, you may become dizzy, overly fatigued, or unable to complete the workout safely. Remember, exercise should challenge you without overwhelming your body. A simple guideline is the talk test. During a brisk walk, you should be breathing faster than normal but still able to carry on a conversation. If you're gasping so hard that speaking is nearly impossible, you've likely increased the intensity beyond what many people need for a daily health walk. Hydration is another overlooked factor. After sleeping for 7 or 8 hours, your body may be mildly dehydrated. Before heading outside, drinking a glass of water is a simple habit that supports circulation and helps replace fluids lost overnight. Especially during warm weather, staying hydrated becomes even more important. Let's also discuss posture, because the way you walk influences both comfort and effectiveness. Many people unknowingly spend their walks looking down at their phones. Their shoulders round forward, their neck bends, and their stride becomes shorter. Over time, this posture can contribute to discomfort in the neck and upper back. Instead, imagine a string gently lifting the top of your head toward the sky. Relax your shoulders, look ahead rather than down, and allow your arms to swing naturally. Take smooth, comfortable steps rather than forcing unusually long strides. Good posture makes walking feel easier and may reduce unnecessary strain. Breathing deserves attention too. When we're stressed, we often breathe in short, shallow breaths. Walking provides an opportunity to practice slower, deeper breathing. Filling your lungs more fully can help you feel calmer while delivering oxygen efficiently to working muscles. Many people describe their morning walk as moving meditation. The rhythm of footsteps, steady breathing, and the quiet of the early day create space to think clearly. Stress doesn't disappear, but it often feels more manageable afterward. This matters because chronic stress can influence many aspects of health, including sleep, eating habits, and overall quality of life. Physical activity is one healthy way to support emotional well-being alongside other stress management strategies. Now let's return to belly fat, because this remains one of the biggest reasons people start exercising. Abdominal fat isn't all the same. Some fat lies just beneath the skin, while another type surrounds internal organs. Excess amounts of this deeper abdominal fat are associated with a higher risk of certain health conditions. Although no exercise specifically targets this area, losing overall body fat through sustainable lifestyle changes can help reduce it over time. That's why consistency matters far more than searching for shortcuts. Imagine planting a tree. You don't water it once and expect it to reach full height the next morning. Growth happens slowly through repeated care. Health works in much the same way. Every walk is like watering that tree. The changes may be difficult to notice from one day to the next, but months later, the difference can be remarkable. Some mornings you'll feel motivated, other mornings you won't. The secret isn't waiting for motivation. It's building routines that continue even when motivation is low. Lay out your walking shoes the night before. Choose comfortable clothing. Decide on your route in advance. Remove as many obstacles as possible. These small preparations make it easier to stay consistent. If 25 minutes feels overwhelming at first, start with 10. Success builds confidence, and confidence makes it easier to continue. There's nothing wrong with beginning small. In fact, many lifelong exercisers began with walks that were much shorter than they do today. One final point before we continue. Walking on an empty stomach isn't a requirement for good health. If you wake up hungry, feel weak without breakfast, or have a medical condition that makes fasted exercise inappropriate, eating a light, balanced meal before your walk can be the better choice. The most effective routine is the one that is safe, enjoyable, and sustainable for you. If you enjoyed this video and want more science-informed health tips for living stronger, healthier, and longer after 50, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to Wellness Wisdom Daily, and leave a comment below telling us, do you prefer walking before breakfast or after breakfast, and what changes have you noticed? Your experience may encourage someone else to begin their own journey. Until next time, take care of yourself, keep moving, and remember that every healthy step you take today is an investment in a healthier tomorrow.